Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review, and today we're going to have another 2023 Diecast for the 75th anniversary of NASCAR. This is William Byron's 2023 Raptor Chevrolet Camaro for Hendrick Motorsports. The number 24 is back, and not an Exalted car. It is going to be in a Raptor livery for the primary for William Byron. A really, really cool car. Continues the matte black theme we had with last year's primary, the Exalta Rainbow scheme. And this one right here is really cool. I really like this paint scheme a lot. This is a vast improvement over last year's car, which I did like last year's car, but a majority of people did not. And now I feel like we have a paint scheme all of us can enjoy. This is a really cool car. It's a matte finish diecast. You guys know I love my matte black, matte finish diecast. And here we got another one with William Byron from Charlotte, North Carolina. This guy is a really good driver, can win races. And of course, he got a paint scheme that is definitely winning in my book. Really, really fantastic car. So we're going to take a look at it right away. It'll want to come out of the box. So we got another 2023 Chevy. Like I said, same mold. They're not going to redo the noses and any of that. But you are going to get the new paint scheme, and I love how these cars feel in your hands. The matte finish cars have a feeling like no other. I really, and this paint scheme and the color choices on top of that really make it one of those really cool matte black finishes. Because sometimes you have like a bland looking matte black finish where you're like, the paint scheme doesn't look that great. But when you choose some really cool colors, especially like that goldish color on here. The lime green, like gold looking color with the white. It looks cool. I like this for William Byron. I think it suits him really well. So we're going to get to the diecast review. Of course, you have the front. I feel like the headlight decals are a new sticker package. Like, I feel like the textures of the headlights look a little bit more improved. I'd like to say they kind of look more high definition compared to the 2022. And the shape is slightly different. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I mean, it kind of does look a little bit different decal-wise, but of course the mold, they're not going to change that like we've already established. Of course, you got number 24 right there, Chevrolet ZL1, Hendrick Motorsports, and some pushed-up decal, pushed-down decals. I feel like there's like a white outline right there. They pushed the logos a little bit low. You can definitely see it with the Hendrick right there, but not a big deal. It's passable for a diecast, I guess. You got number 24, Hendrick Motorsports. That's Chevy ZL1. Of course, you got ZL1 Raptor with the brand new Chevy hood vents. And for those who want to see it closer and what makes it different, there you guys are. Like I said, I'm not really too crazy about these hood vents, especially on the hood with like the big logos. Like the hood vents kind of get in the way of like the sponsor, but they're all like that. And it's accurate, so I can't really complain one bit. Of course, got Sunoco right there, Goodyear. Of course, with the dark gray rims. Ooh, this is not a good roller. Might have to work on this one. You got the blue Goodyear right there. You got NASCAR Cup Series, the 75th anniversary logo. Got number 24, William Byron. You got Chevrolet, Exalta, Cincinnati, and Climb. And then I think Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Siemens. You got Raptor right there. HendrickCars.com, Valvoline. You got a little bit of a chip underneath the oh, no, it just flaked off. Never mind. Ignore that. Of course, you got the boltings of the rear quarter window right there, which is outlined in white. You got Liberty right there, and that is a bit of a Sharpie mark. Jeez. You got, oh, yeah. They definitely wrapped this a little bit low, as you can tell. Look at that. It sounds like a bit of like a white outline to the top of the RaptorTough.com. Gotta get these decals together, man. You got Chevrolet, Valvoline number 24, Camaro ZL1. Of course, you got Raptor right there, and got some like oil bubbles. You see like those little dots right there? That's just like the texture of these matte cars. These things, the clear coats just don't come out great. You got William Byron and Raptor. Man, the way the hood vents are, like you kind of see like there's a slice between the Raptor logo right there. Just the way the hood vents are. Kind of difficult to wrap. But, you know, it still looks good. Of course, you got the number 24, the gold outline, black number fill-in on the side as well. The gold is kind of more of like a shadow to it, not necessarily an outline. But I like it a lot. That 24 blends in there really, really good. And for the Jeff Gordon fans that want William Byron to have a different looking 24, that definitely passes. Everyone's like, oh, he can't run the number 24. They also did this with Chase Elliott as well when he was in the 24. Oh man, you can't give him the 24 with the black outline and the yellow number fill-in because it's Jeff Gordon. No one else can drive it. Well, there you go. They changed it for you. So I hope you guys are happy. Of course, you got the matte black backdrop. That's the way they painted this car. I really like matte black. I love these cars so much. Just the way they look. It makes everything else pop. That's what makes the colors on here pop. So on the front, you have the gold wrapping around the OEM details. I really like when they go around like the grille and the headlights because it just shows off the body lines of the manufactured cars. So I really like that. It just looks like neon glow. Cruisin' Blast is a Nintendo game that has a Chevy Camaro in it, and when you put neon lights on it, it kind of does the lights around the grille. That's kind of what it looks like to me, if anyone's played Cruisin' Blast. I have not played that game in a couple of months, but those are the vibes I'm getting looking at the front of this thing with the outline right there. Of course, you're going to look at the sides, and that's when the white's going to start splashing in. And it's not necessarily like a lightning bolt paint scheme. It's more like just like a generic swoosh slash type of paint scheme. Looks really sharp. Of course, the blue Goodyears kind of blend in as well because of the white backdrop. Can't really have like a black or a white because it just won't look as good. But you have the white wrapping around the front wheel well. Of course, the A-pillar and a part of the side where it has Cup Series on the front wheel well. It's going to slash. The gold's going to slash up to the roof rail, sort of. It's got some white kicking in right there. And of course, you have a bit of a gap right there because you're going to have the white splash. See that gap with the matte black? They spaced out the gold and the white. Splashed the white across the side, spiking up towards the hips of the thing. Look at that. The hips just look spectacular with like the spikes on there. Look at that. That is a beautiful looking. And of course, you got the gold outlining it towards the bottom right here. And then, of course, going to outline across the back. It's just spikes up, and then this goes around the rear wells, the rear wheel wells. Man, I'm kind of reviewing this fast. I gotta slow down. But yeah, look at that. Just spikes right there. This is a really sharp looking paint scheme. I really like this. Just the way it wraps around the hips, the way it just wraps around the rear quarter panel, and then just stops, and the whole back, black back bumper. Of course, nothing on the deck. Look, the roof is painted white. This is kind of a really well-arranged scheme. I'm really a fan of this. And of course, the gold just makes it pop out. The black Raptor right there with the outline, just like the number. I really like it. It's such a cool design. I really like this Raptor car. The Raptor wasn't really popular when it first came around in 2021 and 2022. This scheme was initially not a popular one, but when they came out with this 2023 design, people kind of caught on to it. And I gotta say, I really like this one a lot. It would have been cool if they kept some of like the dinosaur like texture instead of just. It could have still been matte. Would have been cool to have like the dinosaur texture because that's what the product does to your car. It gives it like a dinosaur type of finish. But the matte black doesn't look bad either. In fact, it makes the rest of the colors pop out. Raptor is a part of Exalta, so that is why you're seeing this more than the Exalta. But he did win the throwback. And by the way, the throwback was almost going to be the Raptor, but then they changed it to Exalta. For whatever reason. But this is a really, really nice looking car. I really like it. The Liberty University on the quarter panel as well. Kind of looks cool with the matte black backdrop. I gotta say, that is really, really sweet. The whole thing looks good to me. There's not like one thing that looks good about it and the rest is crap. Like everything about this paint scheme I really like. Just the colors just look awesome. So here's the front of the car right here. Here's the hood. Here's the right side of it. Here is the back. Here is the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side. And of course the under tray of the car. And yeah, guys, what a cool looking diecast. I say if you're a William Byron fan, you definitely want to get this. And you're certainly going to want to get his Vegas win and all of his other wins. Because this paint scheme is going to be back in victory lane several more times, I feel like. Any of the 24 cars. I think William Byron is finally coming into his own. And it's really cool to see him have a paint scheme like this. Kind of gives him his own identity. He's not trying to do the Rainbow Jeff Gordon thing. This is William Byron's colors. He is establishing his own legacy. No more Jeff Gordon pressure. These are my colors. Black and gold and white are my colors, and I am William Byron. So I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review here for William Byron, and I hope you guys are happy with it. Are you William Byron fans happy with this paint scheme? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Everyone's going to have their own opinion, so please tell us in the comments what you think of it. So comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.